So today we're going to talk about adding encounters to books. This way you can simplify how you engage in an encounter while you're in a book. You'll notice if you watch our campaign, for example, on Monday nights when we're playing Lear, we use a lot of maps straight from books, and we've attached them to those things. We also do the same thing with encounters, where we've created these encounters and we have them attached to books. And it's a great way to simplify access to an encounter set from within your book so that you can move seamlessly from your storytelling right into an encounter if it's something that's supposed to be happening. So what we've got here is we've got this test campaign set up. You'll see we've got this guy. We've got them sitting on the Broken Guardian map, which is the map we use to test everything. You certainly don't have to do that. It's just something we do because it kind of ended up being the first one that we chose. But we've also created this test encounters book that we're going to use. So you'll notice I've already added the Broken Guardian to this book. And when I created the book, we just called it Test Encounter Alpha. And what we're going to do is show you how to add that encounter directly into the book with the map. So the first thing we did was we picked a map, and we added that map to this so that we knew where we were building our encounter. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to place on the map a new encounter. So you can just left click or right click anywhere on the map, and you can add a pin called new encounter, and it'll pop up. Since we happen to be on this book with the chapter titled Test Encounter Alpha, it's going to give it that name. If we want to call it something else, we can certainly do that. We'll call it Test Encounter Beta, and we'll just drop it on the map. So you notice it zoomed in on where the pin is placed. So if you move the pin around, when you start the encounter, it's going to go to wherever the pin is located. So in this case, we'll use the select tool here, and we're going to move the pin just a little bit more this direction, because that's kind of where our person is situated on the map, and that way when we start the encounter, we come in closer to where they are. Normally it won't matter. You can put the pin wherever you want, and the map is going to pop in there because you're going to have the players on Fog of War. They're not necessarily going to see the map right away because you're going to have to do your setup and get the players put on the map, and then, you know, you can start the encounter from there. But this lets you build the encounter prior to that. So we're going to just add some monsters in really quickly. You can do a great thing here. You can search. So let's say we wanted to find hyenas. We can search for hyenas. Let's say we knew we wanted a specific challenge rating. You can select by challenge rating. If you know that you want a specific environment, like in this case, let's say we want a desert environment, it's going to select all of the things that are flagged as desert environment creatures. And you can even select the type. So you can say beast, desert environment, and this is what it'll give you. So let's select, let's add in some flying snakes. Let's add 3 flying snakes, and let's add one giant poisonous snake to the map, okay? So now just click Add Monsters, and it'll add all of these monsters into the map in one shot. Now we can even turn the grid lines on so we can see exactly what the grid placement looks like, and then we can put these monsters on the grid the way we want them situated. Now, let's say we want some of the flying snakes to pop in behind the party, but we want the big snake here and this other little snake to sort of pop in like this. Now, we can even hide the monsters so that they're not there initially, and we can add some flavor text in to the book about how the monsters show up for the party if we wanted to. So the little eyeballs here will hide the monsters from the party. You can click them and immediately show all the monsters, and I'll show you how that works once we're inside the actual encounter section. You have to click them individually to turn them off, unfortunately. You can also adjust things here, like their health, if you want them to start with lower health or more health. Beyond that, I wouldn't say change anything else, but you can also add treasure to the map. You can also add tokens to the map if you need to, and you can add monsters to the map, obviously, if you want to add more than what we've already got. So let's just go ahead and close this. You'll notice this little icon right here, which is the dragon with wings. This tells us that we have linked this map with an encounter that we've created. So since we're all done here, let's just go back to the main Shard page. Let's go into our test campaign. And here, you notice that we have this pin. Man, I almost got it right on this guy. I did good. We have the little test encounter right here that we're going to use for our character. So, they wander into this desert. there's the broken guardian. They hear some scratching sounds underneath the sand, and they notice that the sand is moving. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, right, the encounter begins. So we can say, cool, test encounter starts, and poof, they pop up out of the sand. And there we have it. This encounter is now ready to go, and the character can begin their turn. And you can tell everybody to roll initiative. So we can automatically click this button here, and we rolled initiative for all of them. And let's roll on, let's see, do I have, I didn't make this character, my ADM did. Let's roll their initiative. Oof, they go absolutely last. So, in this combat encounter, it is definitely not a good situation for Trunter here. They're probably going to get eaten alive. They have 10 hit points and an AC of 12. It's probably not looking good. But that's how you add an encounter to a book, and that's how you would access the encounter once you get here. And just, if you don't have the book attached, it's really easy. You'll just select pick book, find the book that you want to attach, and then you're good to go. Once you attach the book, you have access to everything that's in that book. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to contact me via Shard's Discord. I would happily answer any questions about how to add encounters to the map. And if you would like to see more tutorials from me, I can certainly do some more. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you as always for watching.